youth of today are not very interested in politics.
No doubt, they write a lot in blogs, they complain a lot in blogs, in all types of forums, online media. But the fact that when there is serious dialogue and conferences, they don't turn up.
I see this as a very alarming trend, because if the youth of today are not interested to really sit down and do any constructive discussion and brainstorming, we will lose a whole generation of young people who are able to help themselves, to help the country. Youths want change, yet they do not want to change the attitude towards creating change. Again, this is another alarming trend. There are more and more young people today seeing the true colors of Barisan Nasional, and they are slowly moving towards joining either the opposition packs, Pakatan, or some of them are fed up of both coalition. So you see them moving towards joining NGOs, environmental groups, social young youth groups to voice their concern. Not to be too negative towards it. True colors means that people have been promised a lot of things by the government. We have been promised by administration in the past that we will see Malaysia growing to be a corrupt-free country, to be a transparent country, to be a very efficient country. But with so many issues cropping up, what we say, our rhetoric doesn't match with reality. We must really have a vision for the youth. We must share the same value of what being Malaysian means. Is that we all have to be committed. Way back in the year 2000, Gerakan Youth, under the leadership of our current Secretary General, Mr. Teng Chang-Yap, we have rolled out a series of programs called Anak Malaysia Project. This project aims to foster the cohesiveness of all the races in Malaysia. We have rolled out what is known as SEMTEK. SEMTEK is Seminar dan Teknik Menjawab Soalan-soalan Peperiksaan. SEMTEK, SEMTEK. SEMTEK is a seminar where we go to the school and teach them how to menjawab soalan, for example, UPSR, PMR, and also SPM. That this is our 9th year rolling out our Environmental Day. Every year we go to an island in Terengganu or Kelantan to help clean up the beach. We call it Anak Malaysia Awareness Day. The Anak Malaysia project still has a place to stay. We will continue to push forward, but as far as I'm concerned also, now is a time for us to solidify as also strengthen our base in all the states. As far as the youth is concerned, 2010 I've declared a year where all the national youth will be active once again. And for myself, this is already January only, but I've already gone to 3 states to visit and invigorate the youth, so that we will inject into them a new vision of what the youth needs to do. Every term we will see youth, the older youth migrating to the main body. When this migration happens, there needs to be a replenishment of younger age members into, and that is our biggest problem. Because to get younger age, especially those in the early 20s, to join our party remains one of the biggest challenges to us because of the tsunami effect happening. A lot of the youth today are beginning to see that Barisan Nasional does not have any role to play anymore. So they are sort of attracted towards joining the Pakatan Rakyat. So for us, we shouldn't give up, but we should remain steadfast in our vision that until today, 42 years later, we are still fighting for a truly fair and just Malaysian society. And we believe that with this kind of vision, we will be able to attract more of the people who believes in what we believe also. Attracting young new members is one thing, but we must also ensure that our existing youth members know where they stand today. There is nothing stopping the youth of today voicing out whatever they feel is so strongly in them. If they say, look, we don't have much representation in the government, or if we are not given certain platform, it doesn't matter, because all you need to do is to write a press statement. And if the press feels that this is an issue worth carrying, they will carry it. So what I'm saying is that the youth of, as far as I'm concerned, the Gerakan youth, they are not being proactive enough to send out the messages. Don't blame the main body or the party for not giving you the right platform. Ask ourselves, are we using our existing platform that we have to reach out to the people? We are still being haunted by the fact that we have lost Penang. This negative feeling has been clouding our mind for the past 2 years. And including me as well, I would say that I have also lost in this place. So generally our morality is still very low. But that doesn't mean that we are not prepared. For the past 2 years, we have always been strategizing what are the best ways for us to recapture some of our major seats, as well as for us to what are the roles in the new government to be. Most of the major parties in the Barisan Nasional will see a status quo in the amount of seats that they already have. This will depend on whether we have a new vision for Penang. Our struggle, our direction is not clear at this point in time. As far as similarity is concerned, we share so much in common. But of course, what I'm saying is that the obstacles towards both the parties, even working together, don't even talk about merger, but even working together, are based on personality. I believe that the personality of both parties is among one of the reasons why we see an obstacle towards them working together.
So if there is no clashes of personality, there is no problem for
I
Gerakan?
don't think there is any problem. My family has been very supportive, especially my wife and my mom and my dad. So they would say, look, we all live in the same family, live in the same house, also same roof. So as far as bringing food to the table, I do not have to worry about that part. And as far as taking care of the children, my wife said, you just go ahead, I'll take care of the children. But I always feel that something part of me is not complete yet, because I cannot be able to spend time and bring money to the household. So I hope to be able to change some of that one day. Free time is me meeting up with my members.
No Saturday night footballs?
I don't watch footballs.
No.
My only passion is swimming and scuba diving, so I do that once a year. I hope to see Gerakan being strong again. If I'm given the opportunity one day, I hope also to be part of history. I cannot see Malaysia currently have any leadership role models for us to emulate. And because of that, because of the unclear policy that is coming out of the current administration, unless and until we do something about it, Malaysia would be on a very dangerous footing. My father was the one who was dead against me joining politics. The KL chairman of Gerakan during that year, Mr. Chua Chong-wan, who brought me into the party, because he believes in that there is already political blood running through you. You see, smell, taste, hear politics every day. I mean, it's so easy to train or brainwash me, so to say, than to get a new guy from the street and ask him to be a political member of Party Gerakan.